Hello everybody, what is going on? Jimmy here, back with another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm keeping up this tradition of kind of doing 1 to 2 videos a week. I probably will be back doing more, especially with the new Breath of the Wild news. But today I wanted to make a video, and we're going to try to stay on topic as much as possible, because I veer off topic all the time. Basically today we're going to be talking about why Pokemon Sword and Shield aren't that bad. Now I know that I beat Pokemon Sword and Shield up. So Pokemon Sword and Shield were not the best games in the Pokemon series. I think we all know this, and a lot of people hate them, okay? Overall, I would say that the games are a 6 out of 10 from me. It has a lot of controversies and did a lot of things that made people super mad, and we already know why people hate those games. So let's talk about what these games didn't fail at, okay? In this video, I'm going to be telling you the things that I loved that Gen 8 did, because believe it or not, there is actually a significant amount of them, and enough for me to make a video about. I know Gen 8's not the best region, I think we can all agree on that, but, you know, I think we still need to appreciate it for what it is. In my opinion, it's not that bad. Like I said, it's a 6 out of 10, so I enjoyed more of it that I didn't enjoy, but maybe you have a different opinion. And first off, I just want to say, drop that opinion down below. I'd love to hear it. So let's get started here, everybody. I absolutely love the box legendaries, though I wish they looked a tad bit different from each other, because they do get a little repetitive looking. When you look at one, you look at the other one, sword and shield, or one's a sword, one has a sword in its mouth, one has a shield as its like main. You know, I don't think they're horribly similar, but I do really like the design. I guess it's kind of like the same design carried over both these dog, wolf-like legendaries. I really do like them, and I'd love to see more of that. Now, I'm not talking about Eternatus. I don't like Eternatus, and his other form is just, it's horrible. I don't like either one of those, but we're staying positive here. We got to stay on topic. Sorry about that. Okay, next up, I love the concept of a wild area in a Pokemon game. Pokemon coming out, chasing you, you know, being in the environments, being in all these different environments. It's so cool and interesting to see Game Freak pull something like that off. I'm really happy with the whole wild area thing, and I hope that they do it in more Pokemon games, because I think it's definitely something that should be translated over into other games. I do like the fact that we can go to the wild area, we can look at different things, we can do things. I just think it's really cool, and though it felt a little barren and everything, I think the concept is there to give it to us in these Diamond and Pearl remakes, if that's what we're getting next. In these Diamond and Pearl remakes, and kind of take them to the next level. I'd love to see the wild area in those games. I know a lot of people would, I know a lot of people wouldn't. Personally, for me, I would, and that's my opinion. Next up, I love the entire King, Queen, Castle, United Kingdom vibe that Galar creates really well. I think they pull off the environments really well. There's some great looking places in this game, and some also not so great looking places, but the places that look good, they look pretty good. Next, whether you want to admit it or not, the Pokemon designs of this region are a big step up from Gen 7. Sun and Moon, in my opinion, had the absolute worst starters, the absolute worst legendaries. I pretty much hated all of Sun and Moon, and pretty much every single Pokemon in that region. That's by far my least favorite region. Galar at least has a lot of Pokemon that I do really like in the region, and I think look really good. When it comes to Sun and Moon, there's only a handful. When it comes to Galar, there is only a handful I really don't like, less than a handful. The upscale graphics came a long way since the previous region. Obviously, we'd love, in a perfect world, to see new Pokemon models redesigned every generation like they used to do for us. Obviously, we'd love that. But sprites obviously take way less work than 3D modeling does. So it was kind of like pixel art. You know, they just designed a new Pokemon. It wasn't really that big of a deal back then. It was a lot easier to do something like that. But nowadays, obviously, it takes them a lot longer. Pokemon Go kind of picked up these models. It became more of a widespread, universal representation of that Pokemon. And it kind of got to the point now where there really isn't any, you know, point for Game Freak to redesign them. I mean, as they add new Pokemon, they're just adding new ones. Each new Pokemon just has a new model, and that's the one it's carried forth with. And they've been using these since like 2013, right? Well, I think it's time for us to see new models get designed, obviously, but the ones that were upscaled, they do look really good. If you look at this comparison screenshot from Sun and Moon to Pokemon Sword and Shield, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're the same character. One looks so much more high definition than the other one does. As you can see here, the Sun and Moon models are very pixelated. You can see big blocks and chunks of them move. And with the X and Y, not with the X and Y, with the Sword and Shield versions of these characters, you can just see how far they have come. And I think it looks really good. Yes, I would love new models, but if this is all they're going to do for us, hey, it's better than what was on the 3DS, and that's 100% good enough for me. the DLC. Let's talk about the DLC, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. So I'm going to start with the Isle of Armor, right? The Isle of Armor was pretty underwhelming to me, I'm not going to lie. To say I really loved it was kind of an understatement. I didn't really love it. I thought it was just okay, but the Crown Tundra was the most fun I've had in a Pokemon game for generations. I really enjoyed it all. I enjoyed the difficulty, and I think Game Freak is finally learning. Round of applause for Game Freak. I think they're finally learning what we want and what we expect out of a Pokemon game. We expect it to be a little bit challenging. You know, you don't want to insult kids just because you think that they're not as smart as older people. I get more kids play these games, but you still don't want to insult them to the point they feel like they're not even, you know, like they feel like they're not even having a challenge. Like an 8-year-old probably wouldn't even have a challenge with some of the things in these Pokemon games. I get Masuda wants to make the games more accessible to children and different things, but I'm hoping for these next releases, Game Freak really decides to crack down and make it a little more difficult like the old games do, especially if we're getting those Diamond and Pearl remakes. That'd be really nice to have that battle with Cynthia be as hard as it was the first time. But anyways, the Pokemon DLC from Sword and Shield leaves the games ultimately feeling fully fleshed out. Now, should we have to pay $90 to have that feeling when we used to be able to have it for literally like $30? Obviously not. But, you know, at least they're giving us enough to where we feel like it is fleshed out. Would I like the DLC to be free? Absolutely. Is it? No. And honestly, that's pretty much all I had to say. I can't really drag this video out because there really isn't a lot of things that I loved about the Galar region. A lot of it I actually hated. And like I said, it got a 6 out of 10 from me. So obviously I'm not someone who really enjoyed this region. But under the same token, I think that it did have some good moments. And I wanted to highlight them in this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you look forward to more Nintendo content, PlayStation content, Pokemon content, which I guess falls under the umbrella of Nintendo content, all sorts of content like that, don't forget to drop me a like, comment, maybe even consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I will be posting more in the future, and as always, thank you for watching. Jimmy is out of here. Let me know down below what you guys think about all this.